At my wife's baby shower, she whispered, "The baby isn't yours." Then she walked out with my cousin. Months later, the truth changed everything. The tiny blue baby booty slipped from my fingers. It hit the floor. 30 people went silent. I looked at my wife, Liu Ruyan. She leaned toward me, close enough that nobody else could hear, and whispered, "The baby isn't yours." For a moment, I couldn't understand the words. What? She didn't cry. She didn't hesitate. She stood up, smoothed her maternity dress, and walked across the room, straight toward my cousin Jason. Then she grabbed his hand. Everyone froze. My parents, her parents, our friends, the people who came to celebrate our child, were now watching my marriage collapse. Liu Ruyan looked at the room. "I'm leaving." Her voice was calm, almost rehearsed. "Jason is the father." My chest felt empty. Jason couldn't even look at me. "I'm sorry, Ethan." That's all he said. Sorry. Like that word could erase years of trust. I don't remember driving home. I don't remember how long I sat there. I only remember walking into the nursery. The crib was ready. The clothes were folded. The walls were painted. Everything was waiting for a baby. And I was standing there wondering if I had ever been part of that future. My name is Ethan. Before that day, I thought Liu Ruyan and I had built something real. We were married for 3 years. We spent almost 2 years trying to have a baby. I went to every appointment. I read parenting books. I painted the nursery myself. I worked extra hours because I wanted my child to have everything. I wasn't perfect, but I showed up every time. After the baby shower, Liu Ruyan moved out. Everyone heard her version first, that she found happiness somewhere else, that Jason understood her, that I had become distant. Nobody knew the truth. Nobody knew I was the man who lost his entire future in front of 30 people. 3 months passed. Then my lawyer called. "Ethan, we need to discuss the baby." I already knew what he meant. "The paternity test?" He was quiet. "Yes." I didn't want to do it. Not because I was afraid, because a small part of me still hoped there was an explanation, something that would make sense. But there wasn't, so I agreed. The results arrived 2 weeks later. I opened the envelope alone. My hands were shaking. Then I saw the number, 99.98%. Probability of paternity. I read it again, then again, because my mind couldn't accept it. The baby wasn't Jason's. The baby was mine. I confronted Liu Ruyan the next day. She looked smaller than I remembered. "Ethan, I made a mistake." I stared at her. A mistake is forgetting something. A mistake is saying something you regret. What you did was a choice. She started crying. I was scared. Jason told me he would raise the baby as his own. I thought starting over would be easier if you believed the baby wasn't yours. I thought cutting you out completely would hurt less than seeing you every day. I looked at her. "You didn't protect yourself. You destroyed someone who loved you." Then I asked about Jason. She looked away. He left. When the baby became real, he realized he didn't want that responsibility. Of course he did. He wanted the excitement, not the consequences. The first time I held my son, everything became quiet. No anger, no revenge, just a feeling I thought I had lost forever. Connor, my son, he wrapped his tiny hand around my finger, and for the first time in months, I felt like something in my life was finally right. Liu Ruyan stood nearby. "I am sorry." For a second, I saw the woman I married, the woman who used to dream about this moment with me. Then I remembered the baby shower, the humiliation, the way she chose to erase me. I looked at my son, then back at her. "I forgive you." Her eyes filled with tears. But forgiveness doesn't mean I forget. People ask me what saved me. They think it was the DNA test. They think it was proving I was right. They're wrong. The DNA test didn't give me my life back. It gave me the truth. And sometimes, the person who tries hardest to remove you from their story is the same person who proves you were the most important part of it.